Let's get it. We back with another reaction. We got why Larry Bird was on a different level. We all know why Larry Bird was on a different level, but we're going to hear some of these greats talk about why Larry Bird was on a different level. And it's going to be some of the stuff we already heard, but let's hear their opinion. You know, I know we love to hear these stories about Larry Bird. And if you didn't know, it's your boy DtaeNoDinero, and you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss out on none of my Larry Bird reactions, especially if you're a huge Larry Bird fan just as much as I am and everybody else in the community. Also, hit that like button. On the last video I posted, I asked for 20 likes, and we got it all the way up to 60. I thank y'all every time I do a video. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all always show the love. Let's try to do 50 again. You know, let's hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button. Also, turn the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on none of my great content. Like I said in the last video, I know I ain't been posting in a while, but we back doing it consistent again. It was a lot of work. I still got to do work. You know, I got to go to work even after I get done with this video, but I'm still making time for y'all, for Larry Bird, to get this great content out here because we all love it. Who loves long intros? Crickets. Nobody. So let me not talk y'all heads off. Let's get into this video. But like I said before, make sure y'all hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel and you want to watch more of my videos, go to my channel, go to the playlist, and you'll catch up on all Larry Bird reactions we already did so far. But let's get into this.
Who was the best trash talker you played against?
Larry Bird.
They say Larry was more of a trash talker than Jordan.
Yeah.
So give me a little bit more about the LB though, Larry Bird, man.
But Bird didn't talk trash to you.
Oh my God, Bird talked trash to everybody.
In the vast world of NBA history, there are players, and then there's Larry Bird. Think about it. Larry Legend retired over 3 decades ago, yet his impact still reverberates through the NBA community today. That, my friends, is the mark of a true legend. Yep. So stick around as we uncover what set Bird apart from the rest, straight from the mouths of NBA legends and players who witnessed his greatness firsthand. First up, John Salley.
Never get tired of
Salley recently shared his insights on the brilliance of Larry Bird during his time in the league. Speaking on the Get Your Popcorn Ready with T.O. and Hatch, Salley emphasized Bird's mastery of the mental aspect of the game. Salley said,
I thought I was going to be a Celtic. I did.
Really?
So he would be like, man, too bad we didn't get you, Sal. Y'all double me tonight when I get the ball in the wing? I said, nah, man, straight up. He goes, y'all ain't double teaming me?
Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Nah, I got you, dog. You don't like height. He goes, mouse in the house.
And you 6'11".
And they lifted. He walked me down to the post, got the ball. He said, you better ask for a double team, Sal.
Talking to you the whole time.
And he would move at his speed.
Yeah,
I don't care how fast you think you are.
Right.
Rather than trying to out-jump or outrun opponents, Bird's success came from his strategic approach and mental toughness. He understood his strengths and weaknesses.
Larry Bird would put fear in me and everyone else just like Luka does. And I watch him going, man, this dude is every move Kevin McHale's ever had plus. And he can put the ball in the basket.
Isiah Thomas.
Before we move on to Isiah Thomas, see what Isiah Thomas, we know the great Isiah Thomas is going to give flowers to Larry Bird all day. But that right there, that John Salley just said, was kind of funny. I ain't going to lie. Larry Bird telling John Salley he's a mouse in the house is crazy. Mouse in the house. Come on, hey, throw that to me. Throw that to me over here real quick. Hey, hurry up. Got you. Hit you with the go crazy. But the comparison between Luka and Larry Bird, we watched a video about that in the past. And a lot of people had their own different opinions, but I want to hear y'all opinions again. What do y'all think about the Larry Bird and Luka Doncic comparison? Drop some in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. If you had to ask me, I see the resemblance in Luka Doncic's game, which can really just be the fact that Larry Bird paved that way for that style of game, you know. Because Larry Bird is one of the best shooters, actually. I'm not going to say he's a great shooter. He's one of the best. But the way he shoots the ball is he brings the ball over kind of like behind his head, and then he finishes, and he makes almost every shot. We've seen him make a million great shots. But where I'm going with this is that Luka Doncic, Dirk Nowitzki, even the Joker, all of the bigger European guards or players, or, you know, the ones that actually shoot pretty well, they all shoot like that, you know. And I think that Larry Bird paved that way. I think a lot of those guys even studied Larry Bird. But I don't want to talk y'all heads off early in the video, so let's drop some in the comments y'all think about my opinion. Also, what do y'all think about the Larry Bird and Luka Doncic comparison? And how funny is John Salley? on a scale of 1 to 10, that was Hilarious.
In a recent episode of All the Smoke podcast, NBA legend Isiah Thomas shared a hilarious anecdote involving none other than Larry Bird. As the episode neared its end, Thomas couldn't resist spilling the beans on a memorable encounter with Bird. The 12-time NBA All-Star recounted how Bird took offense when Thomas listed off his teammates, none of whom were black, tasked with guarding him on the court. Thomas said,
he said, "Who guarding me?" And I was like, I got Kelly, I got Lamb, I got Benson. He's like, "You ain't got no brothers?"
Disrespecting me.
That's what he said.
Straight up.
That's exactly what he said. He said, "Hey man, you can't put no white dude on me."
Hey,
That is straight disrespect.
Now, Bird's remarks might raise a few eyebrows, but in the world of professional sports, particularly basketball, black athletes have long been celebrated for their exceptional athleticism. Terrell Brandon. On an appearance on the Basketball Kings PDX, Terrell Brandon gave us a glimpse into what it was like to face off against the legendary Larry Bird. Brandon said,
Bird is a psychologically assassin.
In what way, though, man? You say that. How?
How can a person jump this high and out-rebound you? How can a person just move you that way and make you a deficiency?
Right.
How can a person jump and just, when we practice, he would be running around Boston Garden while we was practicing.
That was psychological.
And we was watching him running around in the Boston Garden. And it was like, why are you running?
Brandon undoubtedly painted a vivid picture of the challenges and thrills playing against a player of Bird's caliber. Byron Scott. In a surprising revelation, Byron Scott, who spent 11 seasons with the Lakers, shared some intriguing insights about Bird. According to Scott, the three-time MVP wasn't just a legendary player on the court, but also the greatest trash talker he ever encountered.
A lot of people don't know this. You probably know this, Dan, but Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball.
Bird didn't just talk the talk, he walked the walk, often predicting his moves to the defense before executing them flawlessly. Scott said,
"So we playing them in the last play." He says to James Worthy, he says, "You guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over there that corner." He said, "They're going to set a screen for me. We're taking the ball out." He said, "I'm going to curl right over." And he's telling us to play. He's telling us to play before they even take it out. He said, "I'm going to go right over to that corner and I'm going to catch it, I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to tie the game or win the game," whatever the case may be. They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or DJ, the late, great DJ.
Yeah.
Take the ball out, man curl right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a three, game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me? That's my Larry Bird story.
Having faced off against Bird a whopping 14 times during his career with the Lakers, Scott's firsthand experience adds weight to his claim. Brian Shaw. In a recent sit-down on the podcast P with Paul George, former Boston Celtics player Brian Shaw treated listeners to a captivating story about none other than NBA legend Larry Bird. Shaw, who donned the Celtics jersey from 1990 to 1992, reminisced about a memorable encounter with Bird during one of their early practices together. Shaw said,
"I was like, man, they letting this white boy who can't jump, who's not athletic, kill him like that. He ain't that damn good until I got there."
Yeah.
And I remember one of the first practices, he told me and Reggie Lewis, he said, "I want to play you guys 1-on-2, up to 7, right?" And so, like, come on, man. He was like, "The only catch is I get the ball first." So me and Reggie look at each other, we like, "Yeah, all right, man, whatever." So the next thing you know, it's 6-0.
Yeah.
Right? We ain't even touched the ball yet. He hits his first 6 shots.
Yeah.
So when it got to be 6-0 and we go into 7, we like, because it would be like one of us would guard him and another one would be ready to try to get the rebound.
Despite being past his prime, Bird showcased his prowess and unyielding determination on the court, leaving Shaw thoroughly impressed. But what truly stood out to Shaw was Bird's playful yet relentless trash talking. Even as they battled it out on the hardwood, Bird found time to engage in banter, adding an extra layer of intensity to their practice sessions. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Hold on, y'all. Before we go too far in this video, I'm getting real best NBA player of all time vibes. Are you getting best NBA player of all time vibes too? You mean to tell me that Larry Bird played them 2-on-1 and was kicking they behind, right? And was trash talking them. I mean, y'all gotta understand, NBA players even back then, were the top of the top, best of the best basketball players. And two of y'all couldn't stop Larry Bird. I mean, it would have been double. I mean, I could say whatever I want to say. We would have been doing this, we would have been doing that. But apparently they tried that and it didn't work. So maybe I'm just too hopeful for myself, too optimistic. I don't know. But anyways, drop in the comments what y'all think about that crazy story, man. You know, if it's one thing I can say, everybody that talks about Larry Bird from back in the day that played with Larry Bird, they all talk about it the same way. It's like they just can't wait to tell these stories because they really have respect for Larry Bird, but also knew the real talent that Larry Bird carried as he played basketball. Like they really, you could just tell by from Isiah Thomas, from John Salley to what's the other guy? I forgot what his name was. Byron Scott, and the last guy, Bradshaw or something like that. I don't really know neither one of those. I think one of them a coach. If y'all know who Scott is, I think it's a coach, right? But for one of the NBA teams right now. But what I'm saying is that they all talked about it the same way, and I just think that that's amazing. And they really do truly give Larry Bird his flowers, and that's just so dope. But if we still here in this video right now, and you ain't hit that like button, hit that like button so we can get more people to tune into the channel, and we can get some of these youth in here as well, so they can see how great Larry Bird is. Because there's one thing that annoyed me the most last season is when Anthony Edwards said that there weren't no talent players or talented or whatever he said about NBA players back in the day that Jordan had to play against. Larry Bird. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I low-key wanted to do a video on that. Y'all want me to do a video on that and start checking some of these new school NBA players? Let me know in the comments as well. But let me not talk y'all heads off because I know I can talk a lot out of breath sports and more, because I ain't never out of breath.
Despite the fierce rivalry between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics throughout the 1980s, one might assume that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Larry Bird harbored animosity toward each other. However, when Kareem was questioned in an interview about his genuine thoughts on Bird as a player, the Lakers legend surprised many with his glowing praise for his rival. Kareem said,
I remember the game he played against the Lakers the first year that the Celtics won the World Championship with him on the team. He was ridiculous. He came on here. I remember our sportscaster played the Superman theme when he was talking about him that night after the game because he did everything, points, rebounds, assists, just steals, you name it. Larry has such a great mind for the game and a great touch. I had a lot of respect for him as a competitor.
For Bird, earning such praise from one of his biggest rivals speaks volumes about his impact on the sport. His achievements and skills set him apart as one of the greatest players to ever grace the NBA hardwood. Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing, the former New York Knicks legend, shared a revealing anecdote about Larry Bird's legendary trash-talking prowess during an interview on The Dan Patrick Show. Ewing, who faced off against Bird many times during their illustrious careers, opened up about how Bird's verbal jabs extended beyond the basketball court and into his personal life. Ewing said,
I remember, like I was saying, growing up in Boston, people all used to always talking about that he can't jump, he can't do this, he can't do that. And, a lot of my friends was like that, So I called all my friends back up. I said, all that trash that you were talking, you need to squash all that. This man is great. He's demolishing everybody. He's doing it on the best defensive players in the league.
But Ewing isn't the only one who fell victim to Bird's psychological warfare. Throughout his illustrious career, Bird silenced doubters and critics alike with his unparalleled talent and unwavering self-assurance. Indeed, Bird's swagger, confidence, and ability to back it all up have solidified his place in NBA history as one of the all-time greats. Nolan Richardson. In his Hall of Fame induction speech in 2014, former coach Nolan Richardson shared a captivating story about the first time he heard about Larry Bird. Richardson recounted,
And I'm listening to the radio, and I have no clue of the players on either team. All of a sudden, this name keeps coming, Bird. He goes to the right, Bird. He makes the shot, Bird. I said, God damn, who is Bird? Did you see the pass that Bird made? I can't see it, but I'm just trying to imagine it. When I got the newspaper the next morning and saw Larry's picture, I said, damn,
Richardson's story offers a glimpse into the widespread recognition of Bird's talent and impact on the game during the 80s.
I think they left a part out in that story where he was like, when he was hearing them say Bird, 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 I think they left a part out where he was like, well, this brother gotta be good, considering him to be an African American. And that's why he said when he got the paper the next day and seen Bird's face, he was so in shock, like. That is one funny story, man. We're gonna have to find that video and then do some watch that video again if I ain't already watched it yet. But that is one funny story.
Bird's rise to superstardom captured the attention of basketball fans and enthusiasts across the nation, with stories like Richardson serving as testaments to Bird's legendary status. Kobe Bryant's insatiable thirst for basketball knowledge led him to question the greatness of Larry Bird, despite the Celtics legend's dominance during the 1980s. Bryant, renowned for his meticulous approach to the game, couldn't reconcile Bird's seemingly unassuming athleticism with his legendary status on the court. During his early years with the Lakers, Bryant seized the opportunity to glean insights from his veteran teammates about Bird's game. He probed for answers, eager to understand what made Bird so special and how he managed to excel despite not fitting the mold of a traditional athletic player. In an interview, Bryant candidly shared his perception of Bird, expressing disbelief at the difficulty of defending him. Kobe said,
that competitive nature, the work ethic, and curiosity, because I asked a lot of questions. All the Laker greats, I would always sit down and just ask them questions about certain games that I studied growing up. What actually happened there? What did you feel there? Why? Bird tough to defend. Why? Because you look slower than me. So like, I'm missing something. So tell me what I'm missing. You know what I mean? And so I would always ask questions and try to learn as much as I could.
Bird's own admission of his lack of athleticism didn't fully satisfy Bryant's curiosity, but it shed light on Bird's unparalleled basketball IQ and strategic prowess. Bird's intelligence, anticipation, and sharpshooting skills set him apart in an era where athleticism often took precedence. His ability to outthink and outmaneuver opponents earned him a place among the basketball elite, leaving a lasting impression on players like Bryant who sought to unravel the secrets of Bird's success. Karl Malone.
Postman.
Utah Jazz icon Karl Malone recently shared a legendary Larry Bird story that adds another layer to Bird's reputation as one of the greatest players and trash talkers in NBA history. Malone said,
sitting on the bench, watching Kevin McHale and Larry Bird, and Larry Bird did something. To me, I'm still marveled at this. And he got so many people. It was a timeout, and one of our teammates, Bart Kofold, had a camera. Right. He's taking pictures. So Larry Bird came over there and looked at our bench, and he said, three-pointer from right over here. So I'm sitting over there looking like that Babe Ruth, calling your shot already, right?
Yeah.
So Isaiah, I'm sitting there looking. He looked down at the floor. Hell, everybody looked down at the floor. He like he threw something, and he hit a three.
Can you believe that?
And I remember Kevin kind of looking over at the bench like this is gonna be a long night.
Coming from someone as esteemed as Malone, this story carries significant weight. Malone, a legend in his own right, isn't easily impressed by mere antics. Yet, Bird's ability to leave a lasting impression on him speaks volumes about his unique talents and charisma during his prime. His trash talking may have been relentless, but what truly set him apart was his ability to back it up with exceptional skill and performance on the court. Dominique Wilkins. From the moment Dominique Wilkins stepped into the NBA, he showcased star potential. However, like many rookies, he faced tough lessons along the way.
Hold on, Teddy. Hey, the level of disrespect that I said Anthony Edwards had talking about these old school basketball players, almost every single one that they named, probably besides Salley, had massive amount of talent, athleticism, and skill. Just Dominique Wilkins alone was like, before Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins alone was like Michael Jordan with the bunnies and how high he can jump and just the amazing, powerful dunks. But Michael Jordan just had so much more finesse with his ability to leave the ground and stay in the air forever like a hot air balloon. But like I said, drop some in the comments what y'all think about what they done said so far. If y'all heard the barking in the background, that's my young dog right there, Theodore, young French bulldog, growing up in life, he's still a puppy, so. But no, We gonna finish this video off. We still probably got about another 2 minutes left for the video. If you ain't like the video yet, please hit the like button. If you're new to the channel and you like the content so far, you like the video, you like the reaction, you feeling the vibe, hit the subscribe button and also turn the notification bell on there so you don't miss out no more future videos. But let's go ahead and finish this video off. That way I can take my black butt to work.
Including memorable encounters with Larry Bird. In one such instance recounted by Wilkins himself, Bird wasted no time in giving the young Wilkins a tough initiation to the NBA. Despite Wilkins' considerable skills as a two-way player, Bird's relentless competitiveness and ability to back up his talk proved formidable. Wilkins recalled,
I go shake his hand and he put both hands behind his back. And I'm saying, okay, he getting his head ready to play. And first play of the game, he says, I don't know where they got you guarding me, Holmes. And he shoots a 3. I was pissed. I said, I wasn't mad he hit the 3. It's set up for a really interesting game. Because I remember one time I came down and I dunked it on him. He laying on the ground, he fouled me, and I'm pointing. And he said, hey, Rook. I said, what? He said, what? He said, I like you. You got balls, but I'm still going to get 30 on your ass. He got about 38, but I had to pay my dues. I wasn't upset about that because, back then, as a rookie, you got to pay your dues. Simple as that.
Bird's dominance over Wilkins serves as yet another example of his unrivaled talent and mental toughness. Throughout their storied careers, Bird and Wilkins engaged in memorable battles, each leaving their mark on the other and on the history of the game. For Wilkins, facing off against Bird early in his career served as a valuable learning experience, one that undoubtedly helped shape him into the Hall of Fame player he would become. Reggie Miller.
Reggie.
During a recent appearance on the Dan Patrick Show, longtime Indiana Pacers star Reggie Miller expressed unwavering loyalty to his former head coach, Larry Bird. As a current TNT analyst, Miller boldly stated that if given the choice in a hypothetical draft, he would select Bird in his prime over LeBron James.
Larry Bird at his best, LeBron James at his best.
Okay,
Or
now
LeBron.
what rules are we playing to?
We're playing today's rules.
I gotta go with Larry Joe. In today's rules, you can't touch them.
Yeah.
While acknowledging that Bird may not possess the same physical presence as James, Miller emphasized Bird's unparalleled ability to impact the game in diverse ways. Bird and James approach the game from different angles, but both have achieved remarkable success through their unique styles of play. Miller's endorsement of Bird over James in a hypothetical draft serves as a testament to Bird's enduring legacy and influence on the game. Now, before you go, be sure to check out this next video, what NBA legends and players think of Larry Bird, for even more captivating insights into the basketball legend. Thanks for tuning in and catching the next one.
Hey, and just like that, we got another great video. We probably gonna tap in with that next video because I definitely want to see what he's talking about there. Shout out to this content creator that gave us this great video. His name is Mr. Sports. Be sure to go check out his channel. Hit the like button if y'all want to just watch a regular video. But if you also enjoy listening to my opinions and my, just my opinions on, how they explain it, how they breaking down, you're at the right place. I don't see no reason why you should go anywhere. But it's your boy DtaeNoDinero. And be sure to hit that like button, turn the notification bell on. And also drop in the comments, what do y'all think about how many people used to say, how can Larry Bird do this without being able to jump and run fast and be so strong? He had that Bird mentality. Before the Mamba mentality, it was the Bird mentality. You heard what Kobe said. Kobe said he used to sit down and study those games. That's how I feel like you don't hear those type of stories. Matter of fact, let me not talk too much. We're going to set this for the next video. Hit that like button. Make sure, stay tuned. See you back.